In a dusty corner of an ancient kingdom, lived a girl named Laila. She was barely 14, but life had already broken her in ways even grown men couldn't survive. Her house was a crumbling clay hut on the edge of the village. Where hunger didn't visit, it lived. Her mother, once a cheerful woman, now lay bedridden, too weak to move. Her father had died in the king's mines, digging gold that never fed their mouths. Each morning, Laila wrapped her mother in a thin blanket and whispered. But most days, she came back with nothing but dust in her hands and guilt in her eyes. Laila walked miles daily, barefoot, across cracked roads, through crowded markets where no one noticed her. She stood silently beside bakery stalls, eyes fixed on warm loaves. But the moment she took a step closer, people pulled their baskets away. She even tried cleaning courtyards, washing dishes. But no one paid her. Just promises. One night, her mother coughed blood. Laila wept quietly outside, afraid to wake her. Then she looked toward the city walls and whispered to herself. The next day, she stood before the golden gates of the king's palace. Her dress was torn, her hair dry and tangled, but her eyes still held hope. The guards looked at her and laughed. They mocked her, but allowed her in. Not out of mercy, but because King Zahid enjoyed strange entertainment. The throne room was colder than the desert night. King Zahid sat tall, wrapped in gold, rings on every finger, and a smirk that cut deeper than any sword. Laila stepped forward and bent to her knees. The king stared at her for a long moment. Then he lifted a silver plate. On it, 2 hot pieces of naan. He held one out, smiled, and said softly, "Silence." Not even the courtiers dared to breathe. Laila froze. Her lips parted, but no sound came. Tears rolled down her face. Her stomach growled loudly in the hall. Even her hunger betrayed her. She looked up, her voice shaking. She stood up, turned around, and walked away, each step heavy, but full of pride. Word spread like wildfire. Greater than, the beggar girl said no to the king. She chose hunger over shame. Some laughed, some cried, some called her mad, but a few, a very few, saw courage. An old woman from the village approached her that evening. She broke her last piece of bread and placed it in Laila's hand. The king never forgot her face. Every time he ate, he saw her hungry eyes. He ordered her house to be burned, but the villagers protected her. And when her mother passed away, the entire village attended the funeral. For she had not raised a poor girl. She had raised a symbol. Years later, a school was built on that land. Its walls were made of clay, but its heart was steel. On the gate it said,